Right. So welcome back to part two. We have three gentlemen who will be gracing us with their presence and their presentations. So next, we're going to bring up Mr. Brian Hinton with Hinton and Associates.
Good evening. How's everybody doing today? All right. First and foremost, I want to say it's an honor and a privilege to take this stage that Mr. Rock provided for us, as well as everybody else that's been a part of this. And I want to thank my cohorts for doing such an amazing job as well. My name is Brian Hinton, and tonight I will be presenting my company, Hinton and Associates. Our mantra is setting goals and achieving goals. Going through this process, this entrepreneurship academy, I identified a problem. And the problem is people don't know money. People know how to get money, but people don't know money. How does money work? What this equates to is a poverty increase. Now, as you can look at the charts, there's a 5% increase in poverty between 2000 and 2012. What makes up this 18% poverty rate is 82% are single mothers, 18% are single fathers. 76% of the mothers that are gainfully employed and 85% of fathers are gainfully employed. So like I said, what's the problem? It's not like these people are not working, they don't know what to do with their money. This is going to be Hinton and Associates' target market. We're going to be targeting single parents. Our service will consist of concentrated financial courses based on budgeting, goal setting, and risk management. We're going to integrate these services along with savings clubs and peer-to-peer lending. The pricing is as follows. Classes will be $45, savings clubs will be a $35 origination fee, and peer-to-peer lending will be a $100 origination fee. And this will result in a value proposition of giving our clients a fundamental understanding of financial literacy. How would this work, people may ask? Step one, we'll do a consultation with our clients, mutually determine expectation and goals, and establish and maintain a customer rapport with them. Step two, we're going to have them to register for the classes. Step three, we're going to have them to start a savings clubs with 1 to 3 members. The peer-to-peer lending program will be optional, but it will be available. Step four, this is the process that will separate us from our competition. We will provide a continued opportunity to improve our clients' financial state. So we're just not going to give them the information, but we're going to give them a continued journey or different avenues to continue, and this is going to be through our partnerships, i.e. Edward Jones, CPAs, attorneys, and insurance agents specializing in health and disability insurance. The way we're going to market to these single parents is by going to networking events, social events, and we also going to create community events as well. We're going to create an internet presence and a blog as well that's going to give away free financial tips. The margins that we put together for the sales forecast is a 3-year. So in 2015, started from 2015. From 2015, we looking at $52,000 in sales. 2016, $59,680, and 2017, $62,848. The direct sales of costs, and for year one will be $27,000, and year two will be $32,500, and in 2017 will be $36,800. If you take a look at the graph, you can see that our sales will increase every year by 10%, which give us a gross margin around 30%, and then our net profit after taxes and other miscellaneous fees are taken out will be right at $20,000. The competition that Hinton and Associates face We have locally, we have the NCA-CPA, which leads North Carolina's financial literacy efforts. We have the Jumpstart Coalition that targets youth. We have the NFEC financial literacy programs that targets community college, and they're based out of Raleigh, North Carolina. We also have the 3 major internet presence as well with these websites. Looking at this chart, comparing Hinton and Associates to my competition, from a rank of 1 to 10, Hinton and Associates hits 10 across the board by providing literacy courses, customer rapport, and a continued financial improvement. My management team, as of right now, is structured as a single-member limited liability company owned and operated by me. And it's going to be based out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Thank you.
So what makes you the right guy to run this business? You have a financial background, or what makes you interested in this?
What makes me interested in this is because I am a manager in retail, and through my personal experience growing up with a single mother, I never was taught financial literacy. She always put the seed in me saying, don't mess up your credit, don't do such and such, but I never was taught how. And so by working in the retail environment, I see single parents on a regular basis spending bill money that they don't have on their kids. And being a parent myself, I understand that to the utmost because we want the best for our kids. So as I was doing the research and everything, I just see that there is a need, especially for single parents, because we always want to stretch our dollar, and then also we want to save as well. And just giving this know-how, I think, would improve, just not only put a dent in the poverty rate, but it will also help single parents as a whole financially, giving them that foundation that they need for their families.
And then one more. Do you envision this as something that's sort of Charlotte community only, or trying to attract customers or clients from outside the area?
Well, in the bootstrapping stage, we're going to start in Charlotte, and then we're going to spread to other cities and communities as well.
Do you know of other financial literacy courses, national or otherwise, that exist outside of the ones that you listed up there?
There are many. There's too many to list. Actually, just by doing a Google search and putting in financial literacy, it's like a 47.1 million ads that pops up. And just doing it locally, it's 110,000 listings that pops up as well.
So the reason I ask that is because if there are, there's a lot there, and there's probably 1 or 2 that have been established. And I'm thinking about 2 things. First, they could be stiff competition for you, but then on the other side, they could provide a classic business model for you to just look at and see how they did it, how they've been able to sustain their success in testimonials. So I would maybe ask you to pay a little more attention to a couple of the really thriving ones out there. And then on the revenue model, I would ask, kind of going back to what Greg said, is there a scale model for you? Is there, beyond, what year do you take this and, when it's proven, and really take it nationally?
Well, that's why we did our first 3 years, our sales forecast for the first 3 years. So the first year is just really basically just getting a reputation out there and building a trustworthy relationship with our clients. Because at the end of the day, that's what's going to matter most to Hinton and Associates, as well as our clientele. So when we build that and establish that reputation within the community and on an individual basis with our clients, then they can refer their friends and so forth and so on, and it'll just catch on. It's a marathon, not a race.
So I think you're hitting on a very critical need in the community in terms of increasing savings. I have a couple questions around it. One, maybe again, share your strategy for how you would like to get customers to participate. And then, so first, yeah, just share your strategy around how you're going to acquire customers.
Well, right now, given the already established network that I have and communicating my business plan to my network, I already have a potential clientele base right now. So we also, with the partnerships that I listed, it's going to be a revolving door. So like my financial advisor, he's going to have clients that's going to refer me to him, or refer them to me, and vice versa. So we're going to keep the clientele door revolving as well, along with our other partners. And like community events, like my cohorts has previously stated, we can go to one of their events, set up a booth, and let them know that Hinton and Associates is here to help them to understand money.
So another question I have with the customer is, I think of financial literacy or setting goals around savings is similar to like going on a diet, where I think people have a lot of desire to do it, but getting them to actually do it. So can you kind of elaborate on your strategy or what makes you unique in actually getting people to achieve their goals, such that they want to come back and continue to use you?
Well, that's what the consultation will be set up for initially, because we'll mutually determine their goals and expectations, what they want from us and what we want from them. And by setting a budget, and we're just going to be specializing in 3 courses, just budgeting, goal setting, and risk management. That's the 3 things that we want to do, because going back to our fundamental, our value proposition, it's just giving a fundamental understanding of financial literacy. Because when we talk about financial literacy, we're talking about a whole array of things. So it's pretty much like giving an example of, we don't want a first grader to read on a college level. So we taking these parents that don't know financial literacy and just molding them and shaping them and tutoring them slowly but surely. Thank you.